Welcome to the Epic Success Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Shannon Irvine. Today, I really want to address a really important question, especially right now with so many people wanting to make a shift in their career, wanting to create something new, creating a side hustle. I think this last few years, couple years of the vid has shown people that nothing is certain. 9 to 5s aren't certain, jobs aren't certain. And to create that certainty, maybe it's time to go outside of the normal, and maybe it's time to start helping people with what you've experienced and gone through. So why become a life or business coach, or health coach for that matter? And there's three main things that I want to talk about today in the podcast, but I want to start with the end in mind. And I started talking about it. If anything over the since the early 2020 pandemic started, has shown us is that there's a lot of people suffering, there's a lot of people in fear, and there's a lot of people who really want to get to a goal, but they haven't been able to do that, accomplish it, achieve it on their own. And the reason for that is that the thought processes and the neural networks and what's going on in their mind that has their foot on the brake, they're too close to it to see it. And that's the value that a coach brings into that coaching relationship. And in today's climate, more than ever, now I've been a coach for over 15 years, high performance business coach, helping people get to 6, 7, and 8 figures in their business. We also have a specific model called the neuro coaching model that I've created that is based in the science of success and how our brain wires success, failure, worth, and how we get to the next level, how we create a limitless life. And we certify coaches in that model. I'm very passionate about the topic of becoming a coach. I feel like now more than ever is the time that the world needs more coaches. And we need more coaches that know the right and wrong way to coach. We're going to talk about that in an upcoming episode of the Epic Success Podcast, because there is a right and there is a wrong way to coach. And there's a lot of really bad coaching out there, which gives the industry a bad rap. But there is also this surgence of certified neuro coaches and those learning to coach the right way. And make sure you tune in for that episode. But this episode is like, why become a coach? So if you've been on the fence thinking about building a side hustle, thinking about trying to produce something that creates freedom in your life and business, or maybe you got let go because of all of the things that are going on around us right now, and you're like, now's the time, then it is, and you're right. And here's what I need you to know. First of all, the world needs coaches now more than ever because people want results. And there's two ways to go about getting results. You can go the slow, painful, grind it out, hustle, work harder, and keep falling into the same traps that you've always fell in, because your thinking that got you where you are right now isn't the thinking that gets you to the next place. We all have blind spots. I don't care who you are, whether you're Jeff Bezos or you're Oprah Winfrey or you're Dr. Shannon Irvine or whomever. We're all too close to our own thinking to sometimes hear that thinking reflected back to us so we can choose something different. And your past actually creates your tribe. Let me say that again. Your past, that mess, all of those things becomes your mission. See, we believe that we need to be this perfect individual to go out and coach people. And maybe that's you. Maybe you're listening and you're like, I want to become a coach, but I don't know, first of all, how to. I don't know the right steps, and I'm not sure if I'm not ready yet. Ready's a lie. My friend Angie Lee says that. Ready is a lie. And it's true because your brain wants to keep you safe. But here's what I need you to know. There are people waiting for you to step into that coaching program and that leadership role as a coach and learn the right way to coach, of course, and we'll talk about that. But there's someone that's waiting, that's right where you used to be, right? Transforms people, transform people. And so there's somebody who's wants the results that you have, that wants to get to where you are, that wants to remove things that are holding them back that you've been able to do, and they want someone who can help them coach their own thinking and mind and get results. And we think we've got to be this perfect version of ourselves to begin, and that is such a lie. Now, we do a certification program, and I wholeheartedly believe that it is the very best coaching certification, whether you're thinking about life coaching, business coaching, health coaching, because your brain is the operating system to how you think. And the way you think creates your emotions. Your thoughts and emotions combine to become a belief. And from that place of belief is where we make our decisions and take our actions and therefore get our results. And so when you learn how the brain wires success, failure, worth, all the things, you get to coach from such a place of transformation and then teach your clients how to create that transformation within themselves. And it's a powerful act of service to become a coach. It's life-changing for the clients that are waiting for you to say yes to yourself and become that coach, right? And so we think we have to have the spectacular business or the spectacular health or the spectacular life in order to coach. And the truth is, we just need to be a little bit further down the road than the person that's going to say yes to themselves. That's where you used to be 1.0, right? So we dive deep into this in the neurocoaching certification, but really now is more than ever, this world needs people that help people transform. This world needs coaches that get trained in the right model that can help people get to a finish line, to get out of fear. Can I get an amen on that? Like, this world is just swirling with people getting stuck in fear. So we need to be able to help coach them past fear, past worth, past success, past failure, right? And really help your future clients get their results faster and easier because of you. And that's what a coach does. A coach helps an individual get to a result that they want faster and easier than they could have done alone. So you don't have to know everything. In fact, some of the most broken models of coaching, which I'm going to be talking about on a podcast coming up, are because people think they can just tell someone, follow these steps that I took, and therefore it will give you results. But that's not how that person's brain is wired yet. And so therefore, they are going to go try those steps. They're not going to see the results because their neural networks, their automations, all the things going on in their thinking brain aren't aligned with that, and they're going to feel worse off, right? So that's not a coach. That's a teacher. Follow these steps that I did, and then hopefully it'll work for you too, versus really understanding how the brain wires success, how it wires failure, how it wires worth, and learning the Lego-like process to help your clients remove what blocks them and put their foot on the gas to get to their results. And it's so much faster and easier with a coach because we can see the blind spots so much faster than a person can because we're all too close to our own stuff. Everyone that I know that I personally look up to has a coach. I have coaches in every main area of my life, health, relationships, business. So if you're seeing people like me and people that you look up to that are saying, this is the game changer for me, can't you imagine you being that game changer for someone who isn't where you are yet? And that's the beauty of becoming a coach, is it's not this arrival stage where you are somehow deemed expert enough and then you can go coach. No, it's about the experiences that you've had, how you've gone through life, and then learning the model that actually allows a mind to create results and remove things that hold them back. And being that person that's able to hold the vision high for your client and be able to help them see the places they're not seeing. And what that does is it creates rapid results, right? And this is powerful. So if you've been on a journey deciding maybe I should become a coach, maybe I should become a life coach, maybe I should become a business coach, I'm pretty good at business, maybe I should become a health coach, I've had a health journey and I'd like to help people the way I've been helped in the past and help them get to a result easier, then I want to challenge you to start investigating actually putting this into action. So down in the show notes, we have a couple things. We have a guide of the 10 things you must know to become a coach. So you can grab that totally free. And then I want to challenge you to apply for the neurocoaching certification so that you can learn the right way to coach and so that you can grow a wildly profitable coaching business, deeply serving and impacting others and making legacy level impact for you and your family as well. We really need you as a coach more than ever before to help shift the tide for people, to help get results faster and easier, and to shift the general consensus out of fear and overwhelm and into action and results. And here's what I really need you to know as a coach, because that's what you're going to become, right? If you're already there and you're wondering, how do I scale? We're going to talk about that too. We do that inside the certification as well. It's transform people who transform people. I am a firm believer that there are people right now, as you're listening to this podcast, that are waiting. And this is not some cute Instagram quote. I believe this to the core of my being and the marrow of my bones. There are people waiting that will not be able to coach with me or anyone else but you. And they've been waiting because their experience and your experience align. And when you use the superpower of what you've gone through, your uniqueness, and then add the neurocoaching model on top of that, that, my friend, is the most powerful triad to put yourself out in the world as a coach, unlike any other coach that's out there. And that's the great news, is as you learn the model and as you really identify your uniqueness and then see how your transformation is creating transformation for others, you can start to see that there is really no competition. There is only the degree of which your clients who are waiting for you to say yes to you can start to finally hear from you. So now is the time. The world needs it. And the deepest level of service is helping someone get a result or remove something that is blocking them faster and easier than they would on their own. To me, that is the greatest act of service, because imagine what becomes possible for that human being with goals and dreams and visions of their own when they couldn't get there on their own. They start coaching with you and they get there. Imagine what opens up for them in their family, with their children, with their health and their business and in their life, because you say yes to a calling. And I really believe coaching is a calling. It's a call to help others and serve in a way that makes lasting transformation and serious impact in the world. So check us out in the show notes. You could grab that free download, and you can also apply for the neurocoaching certification. The spots are very limited. It is application only, and it is first come, first serve. And we are starting a new cohort very soon, so I hope there's still spots for you to apply, but I'm going to just challenge you. Don't wait. Don't say maybe a few more months from now. This is the time. Now is the time, and your clients that are waiting for you need you. And so apply, get on a call. Let's make sure it's right for you. And if there is a seat at the table, would love to have you there. I hope this podcast has inspired you. If you've been on the fence, but you've been kind of feeling that pull or that tug toward coaching, toward life coaching or business coaching or even health coaching or leadership coaching, and you want to know, how do I do this in a way that I know that I'm going to create the most value? I hope you can see now that there is a very specific path, and we need you now more than ever. I'd love to hear from you in social media. If this episode has sparked something in you, please tag me at Dr. Shannon Irvine. Check out the show notes to apply for the certification and get that free download of the 10 things every coach must know in order to create transformation. And I'll see you on the next episode of the Epic Success Podcast. Bye for now.